Welcome back to City Life. For many of you who travel through downtown Durham, you know that the city has a huge revitalization project underway for the Southside neighborhood. Joining me to give a quick update on this project and the home ownership assistance available is Reginald Johnson. Reginald is the director of the city's Community Development Department. Welcome, Reginald, and thank you so much for joining me.
Glad to be here, Beverly. Thank you
You've
for
been
having
with
me.
us before, and we're glad to have you back.
And I'm glad to be back.
All
glad
right.
to be back. Have some good news to share.
Okay, well, give us a quick update on what's going on with Southside.
Well, just to recap, the Southside Revitalization Project is consists of a 125-acre area that is south of the Durham Freeway and north of North Carolina Central University. Mm-hmm. The city's objective is to engage in a neighborhood revitalization project through the creation of a high-quality home ownership opportunities as well as rental opportunities for persons of all incomes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know you recently updated City Council on this project. So where do things stand now with this project? It's such a huge project and so visible. So what are we doing now?
Yes, it is a visible project, a very substantial project. We are making progress with the project. We have had some delays due to rain and some soil issues. Mm-hmm. And so, but we've been able to work through those issues and come up with a plan, working with the Department of Environmental and Natural Resources, DENR, that will allow us to put some of the soil in different places on the site that allow us to proceed with the project.
Mm-hmm. I know in describing the project, you said the city's effort or main goal is just whole neighborhood revitalization. I know this is encouraged by some private investment as well as public investment. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So one of the things that's important in terms of the private investment, we do have McCormick Barron Salazar as a developer of the project on the rental units. Mm-hmm. And one of the things, they were successful in getting low-income housing tax credits for this project, which results in about $10 million coming into the project from places around the country that have invested in Durham. Mm-hmm. Then in terms of the home ownership units that we're going to build, about 48 home ownership units, we're also working with builders who are going to build those houses just as any other builder would build those houses. The city's role is to help with the financing to make them affordable.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure our viewers understood that and how everything kind of tied in together in making this whole project something that the city can be proud of.
Oh yes, most definitely. We will definitely be proud of this project once it's completed.
Mm-hmm. Now you mentioned delays a little earlier, and how will these delays actually affect the units that you're building?
So the initial goal was to construct 132 units by December the 31st. Mm-hmm. But due to the rain delays and the work that we had to do with DENR, we're actually going to have 93 units completed by December the 31st, 2013. Mm-hmm. Now what's important is that 80 of those units do have to be low-income housing tax credit units, and those 80 units will be completed. So to make sure that the tax credits are not in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm. So it really doesn't have a major impact on the outcome. It
will not have a major impact, and the remainder of the units should be finished in the first quarter of 2014. Okay,
all right then. How about for the home ownership units? How does all of this affect the provision of those? Because I think that's important for people to be aware of as well.
So the home ownership units, which are on the west side of Roxborough Street, the city is engaging two different builders to build a total of 48 houses that the builders will sell, and what the city will do is to help the buyers purchase the homes to make sure that those homes are affordable to individuals throughout the city. But there will be some of the homes that will be market rate. All of the homes will be selling for market rate. The city's role is to make sure that those persons who buy them through different financing mechanisms will make them affordable to a range of incomes.
Okay, all right. Can you talk about what some of the units might cost, or some of the home ownership units might cost?
So we're looking at a range, Beverly, of the 48 houses being somewhere between $140,000 to probably about $180,000 a unit. Mm-hmm. Some will be one story, some will be two story. There'll be a range of options, just as with any other neighborhood in the city of Durham. There'll be a range of options that the purchasers can choose to have put into their homes.
Okay, and to help people who might want to buy a house in the Southside neighborhood, I know there's quite a bit of assistance that's going to be available.
Yes, there are assistance.
Can you tell our viewers a little bit about those incentives?
Yes, I'd be glad to, and that's an important piece. So one of the things that's important is that out of the 48 homes that we're looking to build, at least 51% of them have to be for lower and moderate income buyers. And so the city's role is to make sure that that occurs, and we'll make sure that that occurs by having a layer of financing available, different financing opportunities for people depending upon their income. So for example, the North Carolina Housing Finance Agency offers a 0% 30-year deferred loan that's up to $18,000. That's one possible loan if the person purchaser qualifies. Then Duke University and Duke University Health System is also participating in the project, and we're really grateful to have their support. They are offering Duke employees a $10,000 0% loan forgivable over 5 years. Duke's total commitment to this project is $100,000. Over 80 campus employees have signaled interest and are vying for up to 15 slots in the university offered subsidy program. So that's really great. Duke is just really helping us with this project. Then another layer of financing is the city of Durham. The city of Durham offers an amortized second mortgage loan at 2% with a 30-year term. And then we also offer incentives at 0% for forgivable loans with a 30-year term. And the total amount of the amortized and forgivable mortgage loans will be up to $20,000 each.
Okay. You know something, if I'm sitting at home and I'm wondering, okay, how do I qualify? My first question is, what does my income have to be considered, you know, to fit into this category, you know, where I need affordable housing or where I am qualified to get a loan or loan assistance?
Yeah, so
what's affordable?
So what's for a family of four, the income for affordable is 80% of the area median income or below. So for a family of four, it's about $54,000 a year.
Okay, all right.
That's what that means. If somebody calls the community development office, we have a chart that shows what the range of incomes for the family sizes are, and we'd be glad to share that with anyone who's interested. We have that in our office, and that is given to us by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. HUD shares that, and it's revised annually.
Okay. Just for an example, though, say if I purchased a house for $175,000, what would that mean per month?
So if you qualify for all of the subsidies that we just talked about, one could purchase a $175,000 house for $754 a month.
Quite affordable.
Which is really affordable.
Yeah, it's hard to find an apartment for that now.
Yes, well this is going to be exciting. This is one of the main reasons that we're doing this project, is to make sure that the houses that are being created are open to everyone to the extent that they qualify. And that's the reason the city's role is to make the subsidies around with our partners to make subsidies available.
So if people have more questions about this whole project or about how they can get assistance, how do they get in contact with you?
I have two ways, Beverly. The first way is the Southside pre-sale registration, which is available on the community development website on the City of Durham's webpage. And then also the interested parties can call the office at 919-560-4570. And just ask for information on the Southside Revitalization Project, and we'll be glad to provide that information.
Great.
We're very excited about this project.
I can tell you have put in a whole lot of work on this project and really been one of the forces behind making it work.
Oh yes, we have a great team at the Department of Community Development, and this is a project that we really are proud of, and so will be the entire city of Durham.
Great, great. Anything else you'd like to say about this project and how people can get more information?
Just make sure they just call the Community Development Office.
All right, good deal.
We'll be glad to provide it.
All right. Reginald, thank you so much for coming back.
Glad to be here.
And I'm sure we're going to ask you to come back in the future to talk more when we get closer to seeing buildings going up.
Oh yes, and I'll be glad to talk about it.
All right. Thanks so much.
You're so welcome.
Well, that does it for this edition of City Life. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can also find us on demand on DTVA's webpage and on YouTube. I'm Beverly Thompson. Thank you for joining me to learn more about city life in Durham.